There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a pool of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing. Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone. Do you really? You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much over yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
There's this giant ball there, in evil apes, and the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball. You can't even make out it's a ball when you're juking it out. It's that large. You can't even make out it's a ball when you're juking it out. It's that large. Infinitesimally small. Vying for resources is a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose. Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago. You lost.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world. You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you. This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving. For quite a long time, still ongoing. Now is a good time. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Don't overreact. Little black spots dance on your retinas. It's almost pleasurable. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine, hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was as you slowly reach your hand. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait. Is that an expression? Are you trying to make an... Please stop. It's horrible. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even... What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here it looks like a cadaverous spasm. Getting clever appears to make the expression even worse. Now it's mixed with smugness. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now. It's too late. Like an image on film, the expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, more likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy, like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the window agrees. Its cracked smile is cold and sparkly. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare cup. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched. The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman. The young woman shakes her head slowly.
No. You're a police officer, sir. Okay, cool. I won't.
She means it. She wouldn't defy authority, however sweaty and bloated it may look.
Okay.
Whoa! Something wants to come out of you. A bit of vomit? Thankfully you keep it down.
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. On official police business, as you put it. I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Try the expression. Come on, why are you still doing this?
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation ends and the pain begins. You seek comfort. It's only natural.
She puts out her cigarette. She looks back at you.
And now, it never stops. Goodbye.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door. Still no answer. Still nothing. You should punch a fucking hole in it. You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce a hole. The door sits sturdily in the frame, and your fist hurts. This was all a very good, normal thing to do. You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette. Or you could not do that. No one is making you. Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now. But find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Instantly a cool renegade man. A mystical red dragon with smoke rising from his nostril. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses. There they both are, two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet. It's pretty clear a normal cop. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now. The door is closed. You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul. Utterly. And it needs to through a PA by other people, whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes. Sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works. You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you. Looks like he's not a fan.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop. Yes, you are. What did you not do? First you took the body down, then you solved the murder, then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike. Oh, it's not? You're right.
He has no respect for you personally, but this man sees himself as a law-abiding citizen, and you a Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay? No, I'm not the bartender. That period of my life is over. Not everyone. I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar. She just, you know.
There's something there, and it's not good. That's all you know for now.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting. Hello, you shouldn't...
If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this. But why? He is your half-brother.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Yes, well, it looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Right. And the interviews? Okay. We'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? Sure. But did you take it down from the tree? Completely. Does that mean you took the body down? Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree? Mm-hmm. So, the body is still in...
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to... But first, we have to take it down. I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the citizen. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. Internal affairs. And I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation. Yes. They are not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage. But again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your... You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as... I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But
a painkiller would be good about now. The best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine.
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down. After you, officer. Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
What? I have no idea what that means. What is this, a joke to you? Is this what you get when you call the police now?
Sir, I understand your concern.
Yes, of course.
For a moment, the cafeteria manager fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took...
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here.
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place.
But you still know your way around.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective. Yes, Detective Cousteau. I have everything. You?
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me? Like behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up. That's easy. See that door there? First, you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No...
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard. The prey drive says.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I don't appreciate this. Do I have to answer him? Is this mandatory? What are you, an idiot? I told you I haven't killed anyone. She went away because none of your business. Does she? Maybe she does. Maybe she pertains to the apocalypse. Sylvie is not here because I asked for her number. The dead body out back didn't help either, but it was mostly me. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct. What? Is that so? Mr. Feminist...
Let's go.
Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But... no, don't listen to him. It's madness. Just talk. As you blow this joint, behind you, a whiny voice shouts.
Real mature, man. Real mature. Real mature, man. What?
Damn, your feet, that doesn't seem fair. By the way, Sambo or Samuran boxing, is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fighting moves originating from the Samaran Isola. Sambo used to incorporate a wide array of martial disciplines, from archery to mounted combat, but mainly means aesthetically pleasing single combat nowadays. Sambo style implies stealth.
Oh, well, if that was Sambo style, then let me wipe that debt, sir. Okay, the stupid drinks are on the house, Mr. Athlete. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window. Fine, I'll take it off the bill. Sleep in a post-apocalyptic hellhole if you want to. Just know I won't get... Not entirely cool. You still owe me 60 real for 3 nights stay. Now, what the hell did you want? I assume you wanted something to come back here. What thing? What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. No, you don't. Fucker. Lay off the swear. Besides, the RCM doesn't do search warrants. I know the law.
You do realize you can just go into the kitchen at 1300 hours. No need for superstar charm or Sambo-style antics here.
Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. They come here in the evenings.
He hates the union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead.
I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating the offering.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Absolutely.
You wait and see, absolutely, in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? Why did you say that?
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place? A saying, up on Marvel Hill, a great high place, one that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe
Have you tried concentrating on...
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice. Like...
Not a fan. It's just the nature... Not a fan. It's just the nature of... Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles. Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation. Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer. Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. Alright, that's correct.
That makes him a Beano Clad. Completely uncut material, if you say so yourself.
I can assure you, detective, that I've passed all...
You may not remember taking any little tests, but you're strong as a goddamn ox. Anyone can see that.
That's good to hear. I have little patience for the swinging dick style of police work. It's patience and intelligence that solve. That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting. You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul.
He's glad to have shut down your question.
No.
The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you.
Something the matter, detective?
This guy's got authority off the charts, with just nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. If the lieutenant were an Eve, fortunately, he is a committed officer.
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. What? Think?
That's where his conversation... You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
Good. Let's change the subject. Excuse me? Frankly, detective, you are in a deranged state. I can't let you proceed without close supervision.
The lieutenant thinks you're some unaccountable wreck who needs constant supervision.
That would be us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. That's good. Except that I do detect some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-destruction. It's important not to let one style interfere with their work. What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify a security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wildpine. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's right. I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a...
His disdain is clear. This...
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. Better still than an imbecilic cop-off. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after later. Was there anything... No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. I can assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know? No, Something...
There's something the Lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational.
Good.
Only banal things strike you. At the core, you're a very banal person, one you should be ashamed of. It's no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back. It was right to abandon you.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with? Me? I am just a gardener. I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there.
There's discomfort. She stops.
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It's...
Don't worry, miss.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale. Of course. Where to? It's there. In the yard, right through the hole in the fence. What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. The harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. Just coast. There's a little fishing village.
Rows of stalls under a broad roof, where silvery fish were heaped on newspapers. Water, water everywhere, pouring from the heavens in the shadow of the old
I don't know. The abandoned kind? It used to gather every spring. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet.
In the west is the miracle.
No problem. Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The vapor emanates from the large engine. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook.
This is the Kupris Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. Nothing, nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with it.
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hand. A motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept. The Kupris Motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button, the soft purr of electrical.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? It will take just...
Her voices fade out into the
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh.
Was that a snarl or a suppressed groan? No.
Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain. Who? You are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I've got more important things to do. Hard to tell exactly what it was over the phone. Could be a combination of... or, actually, it could be both. Given... Yep. Yes, probably.
You're detecting very little in the...
Cut down on the drinking, pal. In fact, cut off...
Oh, but speed. Sweet speed. It goes so well with alcohol, too.
That's because you're hungover. Even the radio waves coming from your direction smell like liquor. Do you feel like your eye... That's the tiny vessels pulsating from high blood pressure, stupid officer. You might be sustaining permanent damage to your vision as we speak. Not much, the busy kind. It's not life-threatening, just annoying for you. I've got more important things, and you survived it.
Sort of, but...
Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age...
Accept it. The body is an object, and objects break down. Do what good you can with yours. Before...
With all the damage you've been dealing yourself...
There is no surprise in his voice.
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side, you've got a... What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not our time.
So it's political. You're being neglected because of political reasons. The money is probably going to some old, oily...
And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got to work.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle.
10-4, what's your status? Over. 10-18, 10-20, over. State your message, sir. Over. 10-9, repeat message. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-20.
10-22, the captain. This sound.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his...
He what? He lost his bet?
This is communication officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over. You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's a...
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vicmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says this has probably...
Oh goddamn it! Is he fucking...
Satellite Officer Vicmar is wondering if you might be joking.
Mullen dicked us.
He's asking you to...
Of course it's serious.
Satellite Officer Vicmar concurs. Losing your badge is serious. Over. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of...
Fuck me. Mac, come here. Super copy,
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
The man is laughing too hard to form coherent sentences. The only words you can make out are...
He asks you to please... Sergeant Orson was wondering if...
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that.
New heights even for captains.
Sergeant Orson wants...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is. No.
Ten 9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
He says he didn't lose his gun.
Ask him to describe it. His gun.
Satellite Officer Mac.
The fuck do you need a gun for? Look at the pythons on your arms. You are a gun. The biggest one in the world. Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
Then come again, please. Over. I'm going to need to put you on speaker for a second. Over. The officer is describing his genitalia in exaggerated terms.
Host in heaven. This isn't real.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants.
I'm not going...
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
That's a nigga. He,
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over. Mac, he says you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
Who?
Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he...
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it.
Satellite Officer V. I'm going to report that you are in pursuit of your service weapon. Over. Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. 10-4, I hear you.
What does he want?
He's asking for...
Is he...
I don't think he...
Don't give that asshole a...
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds. He says it's important.
He isn't...
Request...
Nothing is working.
He says he's in trouble.
Well, I get...
Who cares what this Vic Mayor said? Enough, officer. This begging is below your dignity.
Listen. It's okay.
What is he saying?
Did you want anything else, sir? Many...
You really need to get your shit together. This is...
He terminated the connection. I guess he was in a hurry.
The radio falls silent and lifeless. The communications officer has...
What was that? It's okay, Detective. We should get on with our tasks. Work always...
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, a buzz with laughter.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He's lost his...
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and...
Yeah, Mac's right. This was some...
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is.
We must help him.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him out the drink? Good.
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get... This shit does not leave this room.
I guess I can hold over the report for a few days.
Good. Okay, everybody.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage. As you tap on the gauge,
There's no use pressing the heat button.
Alternative translation.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Right.
10-4, come in. Okay.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, be smart.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
What?
He wants to verify.
Tell him to...
What do you need, sir? Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over. Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this...
What?
He seems intoxicated.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
10.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that. 10-4.
Does he actually want something, or is he...
He asked if he ever told me about it.
For God's sake, got this shit!
Sir, so, was there anything else? Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10.
A metallic drawer slides.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not...
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. The pry bar feels nice and cold and heavy. like useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. It's robust, weatherproof, and lets you see things in the dark. The pull-out toolbox slides back into it. The white suede feels luxurious. An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East and off-key melody.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead. You ring the door. Just seeing the words Andro Orlando gets your hackles up. It's all you hear is static, but no one answers. You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens. You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off. You hear static from the intercom speaker.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial. Have you come to place an order? My God.
The lieutenant.
It's you.
It's a woman. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Michelle. Just...
Sounds like a ghost. Wind blows.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for... Ever since I came to work here, it's been...
A spot of static over...
It's so nice to be able to...
She sounds like... The cold is deep under your skin, as if you were talking to someone who's 100... She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on... Another seagull passes by.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read. Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. All right. Maybe there's a light buzz as you press a strange metallic taste.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electrics. Have you come to place an order? My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax.
It's you. My God.
Wait.
Michelle, why did you even call?
The voice from the... Your hands are getting cold and your breathing...
Ever since I came to... As if my mind's been wiped clean. It's so nice.
And then she tries again not to cry. And still, real or not, your mirror anger boils up in your chest. Her sound melts. This is where you hung up the call the last time. The phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime. No one replies, but the static grows stronger. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of...
So, it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes... I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is...
Silence. No one's home at Fortress. Silence. No one answers the doorbell. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. Silence. No one. This button looks new, but...
This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled. 1, standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2, Standard work boot, steel reinforced. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toe. 4. Standard work boot. You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell. 5. Another stat. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gate is You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. Number 46. But the imprints are twice as 8. And yet another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration.
How many? I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A woman or a kid? Understood. Anything else? 200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say...
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes. Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
A drummer only uses their right foot for the kick drum. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone's A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashon.
Correct again. Sub-Zero.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked.
Kuno's got this!
Oh yeah! Nappa Gumpy, Kuno! Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
It's love it in the dick!
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like 2 black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying... The kid is obviously high. They pay you no heed, or pretend not to notice you.
Shits himself?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at...
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
We shouldn't do anything. Just take it easy.
The fuck are you?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit. Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? Shitload pig. What you...
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do...
You have no idea what the usual...
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
End of conversation.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when... You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City. Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis. And you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant. Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
You're testing...
Get lost!
The fuck about it? You're...
Get lost!
Right, Pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with... Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there. Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the garden. Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Yeah, the kingdom of Kuno. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno's Kuno, Pig.
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
The fuck are you calling a thing?
He looks slightly confused, but proud he came up.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help! Everybody, please! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pig's in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
Thump. The blow connects surprisingly well, leaving your knuckles tingling. Kuno feels it.
What?
Officer, this is very far from normal police.
For heaven's sake, he thinks. This has gone too far.
Okay, Pig.
If this act was about him trying to...
Kuno knows to respect that violent shit. You should see Kuno's dad. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything.
The creature behind the fence has fallen.
Okay, Pig. Talk to Kuno. We're back in this shit. The fuck do you want?
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Fuck no!
Kuno, they've...
Ease off, see? Kuno always takes the bullet over the hammer. You're dreaming, Pig. That's not...
A little.
Don't let him dominate you, Kuno. Fuck his fat ass.
Kuno doesn't...
Kuno, the pig's getting... Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno.
She means it.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, Pig?
I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me.
Don't be traumatized.
I'll die before I squeal, Pig. Murder was the case they gave me. I'll die before I squeal. What's this kid shit?
Get...
I'll die before... You don't want to fuck with me.
You can still see the... This trash container is locked. There's something in there. Not necessarily... The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of...
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? What do you mean, feel? I agree. We should get someone from the remote. All the detectives from all the precincts who experience extrasensory perception go to the remote viewers division. No, because they don't exist. There isn't. but we should still access this container. We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Can I help you? Mine? No.
Thank you for clearing the debt.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out.
I thought as much. And are you the only party?
Well, yes. Us and...
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Sir, I'm sorry the RCM is having financial trouble, but it's not this establishment's problem. Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol. What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. Another thing. Great. Yes?